Hello, everybody. I'm Deborah Davis, songwriting faculty here at the fabulous LA College of Music. Yay. And this is our catalog showcase part 2. So I will tell you a little bit about this class. These are all songwriting majors. And we had part 1 last night with more of our songwriting major, Adele, Bebe Rexha, Rolling Stones, Brandi Carlile, John Legend, and many more, holding creative positions at Sony Music's Columbia Records down. An accomplished artist in her own regard, Kaylee's voice and songwriting have been featured by Sony Pictures, Disney Hulu, NBC, TBS, and more. She was also recognized by Hollywood Music and Media Awards with a nomination for Best Original Song in a Film. And coming this July to Amazon, you'll hear one of her songs in Tyler Perry's new film, Divorce in the Black. Let's hear it for Kaylee Chapman. Andrea Matos has more than 20 years experience with major companies such as Universal Music Publishing, Sony ATV, and EMI Music North America. She produced and hosted a music show on Santa Monica Public Radio Station, KCRW, love it, called A Tastemaker by a local music blog. She was the first to play songs on air by Angus and Julia Stone and the Airborne Toxic Event. Andrea founded Castle Peak Music, a licensing agency that places songs from independent musicians in films, television shows, ads, trailers, and promos. That's where she is now. Though she started with only a handful of artists, Castle Peak's current roster includes about 140 clients, an international array of artists, bands, and labels from LA to Nashville to London and Italy. Recent placements include Good Trouble, American Idol, AMC's Ride with Norman Reedus, and Law and Order, Organized Crime. Let's hear it for Andrea Matos. Okay, first up, our first songwriter artists got their musical feet wet in the East Bay area's underground rock scene. Then a trip to New Orleans helped them find a sonic identity that fuses 1930s hot jazz, hardcore punk, traditional folk, and dark cabaret. Give it up for Ivy Sang.
Hey y'all. Alright, so this first track is actually a little bit of a fun fact about me. Like Deb said, I grew up in the Bay Area and I was very present with the little local rock scene down there. And so I was in a band. I started that band when I was about 13, 14. So I had a friend of mine, we actually went to kindergarten together. And I suddenly found out that he played drums, and I happened to was learning guitar at that time. I was like, hey, you want to jam? And I was like, fuck yeah. They were like, fuck yeah. And so, yeah, we created this little band from all that. We added more members and stuff went along. So, but this specific song I wrote when I was about 16 years old. And it's kind of like a driving and distorted tune about, I don't know, someone that I just really fucking hate. I'm not going to disclose who. And yeah, so this is kind of like a hard rock, like metal, in your face kind of like kind of song. And like, I feel like this would go really well with like artists similar to like, I don't know, Metallica or like Judas Priest or like Pearl Jam and Iron Maiden, whoever. And I feel like this would work well in something like, I don't know, like Call of Duty or like EA sports games or something like that. Maybe like even like Rockstar Games, the company. And yeah, this song is called Narcissist, and hope you enjoy. I love how y'all got to hear my voice at 16 years old. That's crazy. All right, this next song, I had the great pleasure of writing with a very good friend of mine. Goes by the name of Casey Lidmith. And this song is kind of like, it's like involves the theme of like platonic love and like being there for someone. And you know, I feel like an artist like similar to like Billie Eilish or like Phoebe Bridgers or like Tracy Chapman would find a good home with this song. And I feel like it would work well for like little like, you know, like TV series like Grey's Anatomy and like Heartbreak High and all those, you know, all those shows. But yeah, this is relatable. I'm so tired, y'all. Anyways, this is called "Walk in the Garden." Hope you enjoy. I play guitar in the song, by the way. So.
You come and go. space on the sidewalk wherever I walk in the garden with you. I'll walk in the garden with you. Flowers and memories scatter the floor. Words buried beneath dear, what won't you explore? I'll walk in the garden with you. I'll walk in the garden with you.
Thank you. Glad y'all enjoyed that. This next song is kind of a little glimpse into what I'm doing now here in LA. This next song is called "Stop and Go Crazy." It's kind of like a little energetic and fun number, but it's about like a strange internal anxiety and like it's manipulating you to go in like being happy and like going like hog wild and shit like that, And it's kind of got like a I like to call it like 1930s punk in a way. And I feel like artists similar to like Fishbone or like Gogo Bordello would kind of like suit this vibe. And I feel like I imagine this on like an animated TV show on like, I don't know, Cartoon Network or like Nickelodeon or something like that, the very like avant-garde animation style. And so, yeah, this one's called "Stop and Go Crazy." I had to invite my band up on stage. Over here on guitar, we got Bianco. Over here on the bass, we got Jeff. Laying it down on the drums, we got Diana. He's from Peru. He was born in China. She's from. No, wait a minute. I'm so tired. He's from Turkey. She's from Peru, and he was born in China. There you go. That's what finals does to a motherfucker. Oh my god, my brain's going hog wild. Speaking of that, as a neurodivergent person, moving into a new environment, especially coming to LA and such a feeling like a little small fish in a big ass river. This is the first song I wrote when I came here because I was just kind of feeling like the anxieties of just being in a new setting and trying to surround yourself with the right people and stuff like that. So I wanted to lament that in my own little fashion. So with the help of Jukebox Jaw, this is called Strangers. control myself. I think I'm gonna die. There's so many unknown faces from so many unknown places. Always seem to stop and stare. I don't know why they do. I feel like some animal in the zoo. And I'm scared of strangers laughing at me, laughing at me, oh, laughing at me. Okay, then laugh at me. The hell is your intention to start this conversation? You keep asking me questions I don't know how to answer. What the hell do you mean by one long face? Feels just fine. Stop being so fucking short. I can't seem to figure out why do I form a big crowd when I'm on a small stage. I feel so trapped inside, cause my thoughts are chained up inside. I wanna be let out of this cage. Strangers laughing at me, laughing at me. Next little number I like to do is about a man. He's not really a man, he's more of a man-child. And I had to live with him and babysit him for like 6 months. And I looked him straight in the eye. I gave him a little face, baby, swing it! This next little ditty we like to do is about a little marijuana trip into hell and finding Satan himself and all of his servants sitting there blazed off their ass. Everybody, I like y'all to tell the story I like for me. I want to tell y'all the story about the devil's letters, baby.
Every time I eat the devil's lettuce, it seems
You gotta be quiet for me. Quiet. Yeah, slow down now. Quiet now. Slow down now. Quiet now. Quiet. Thank you. God, I need some water. Anybody got water? Thank you. Shout out Aura.
All right, I will start. Thank you so much. Those songs that you did live were just like amazing. You're such a compelling performer, and I just loved the energy, the originality. It was very easy to keep watching you. Just again, you're just such a compelling live performer. Let's see. So in terms of my kind of specialty, which is licensing songs for films and TV shows, I feel like Walk in the Garden has like a ton of potential, and like I could take like 10 songs that sound just like that. And then specifically about that song, I loved the guitar and vocals. It had a really good emotional build. Like it kind of started kind of a little soft and a little gentle, and then I could feel that emotion building, and I really liked that. For that song and songs like that, I just see a lot of licensing potential, whether it's Virgin River or MTV's Catfish. Again, I just feel like there are a lot of possibilities. And then for kind of the vibe that I was getting from the live songs, again, really great energy, some really interesting like instrumentation. Like I loved the banjo. There's some really good like what we call like peaks and valleys, where it's not just like a straight like kind of monotonous like song. It's like it goes high and then it goes low and it gets loud and then it gets quiet. So there are definitely some projects that those types of songs can work well for, and then some where maybe it could be like a little distracting in a scene where there's like dialogue and you're listening to a song in the background. I think like when I was listening to Strangers, I was thinking like Fairley Brothers film, Coen Brothers film, just like they're really like avant-garde, like filmmaking. Yeah. And let me just see what else I wrote. Devil's Lettuce. It had a really fun vibe and nice tempo. I love like the distorted vocals in the live setting. It could be maybe slightly distracting when you're like listening to it or hearing it in like a film or a TV show. But again, like live, I really loved that. So those are some of the like kind of the quirkier elements, either in the vocals or the instrumentation. Again, might maybe just get like a little smoothed out or even like a little tamped down if you're talking about making like a recording for sync. But otherwise, for like the live performance, I thought it was fantastic. So again, in terms of the songs that I heard that I felt like were most viable for licensing, it was "Walk in the Garden" and "Strangers." And again, and it was so cool to see like the progression from when you were 16. Like, and I thought that was a really fun song, and I was thinking for that because I definitely need songs like that for stuff like Brother Son, Marvel series. There's lots of fight scenes, and they're looking for like kind of heavy, like really like hard-hitting songs. But it was really cool just to see the diversity in the catalog. So thank you so much for performing tonight. I really enjoyed getting to hear you, and I think you're really talented. So great job.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'll just add to that and just maybe try and pick up a couple of different notes because I had very similar thoughts and feelings to everything. I think the big takeaway here is how versatile you are and how the different songs that you presented can work their way into many different types of sync opportunities across film and TV. One of the songs for me that stood out was Narcissist, the first song that I think you said you wrote when you were a lot younger. For me, I did also pick up on a lot of Marvel superhero themes, specifically Iron Man. If you think about that character and the narcissism that he has, I think that's such a fun thing, and the way that that song can play over characters that maybe they don't want to tell that this character is a narcissist right away. The music can be a very sort of Easter egg within the film to sort of show the viewers that this is sort of who this person is going to be revealed over time. So for me, that song was really cool and could be a really great pitch to a music supervisor to kind of get that across to the audience. So yes, also a great sync happening right now outside. And then, just to continue on, I agree. The live components were so exciting and fun. I had the chance to work with the Gogo Bordello actually,
Oh, wow.
and so I saw a lot of similarities there. And he did very well, and as well as the band did in sync for us. We had a lot of fun with that record. I think it was the first one that they put out sort of more commercially. But I loved it. I think one thing to kind of take away when you're thinking about recording is, and one thing that I wanted to sort of mention as maybe something to think about is mixing the vocal up just a little bit. I love a vocal that sits with the band because as a songwriter myself, I feel part of the band. I don't ever want to be outside and in front. But when it comes to being the narrator of a scene from a musical standpoint, having the vocal sit just a little bit above, so like mixing that Walk in the Garden female vocal up just a tiny bit would be really great, because then it draws the viewer into what they're watching, and it also makes the music supervisors sort of key into those lyrics to help them sort of bring another dimension to a scene. But overall, obviously you don't want to hear us talk all night, but it was incredible, and you should be very, very proud of the work that you've done. Congratulations.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Brian, can I unplug this?
All right, this next songwriter blends the traditions of her musical family and Texas roots with old rock and roll, folk, and gospel to create her own sound with universal themes of love and loss and finding power and things that pull at the heartstrings. Let's hear it for Kim Garcia.
Hi everybody. How's everybody doing tonight? I'm having a little trouble breathing today. Alright, ready? This first song is called Home. Them damn cicadas been buzzing round for too long. It's like a siren saying, forget everything I've known. My family tree is falling down, but yet they still stay in this low. I won't get dull and gray. They can sit pretty in their own misery, but I got places to be. Oh, I got people to be. No running back, I'm on my own. I made my peace, this ain't my home. I've got a life worth living, it ain't for getting on. Well, I watch the clock run out over the bleeding sun. Peach wine and guilt shot night won't keep me down for anyone. While mama wants her safety, I just want the deep blue sea. My mind's trying to save me, but it fails to see I'm free. Their preaching end is near, I've turned and walked the other way. Tired of doing what I'm told, can't take my flame away. They can sit pretty in their own misery, but I got places to be. Oh, I got people to be. No running back, I'm on my own. I've made my peace, this ain't my home. I've got a life worth living, it ain't for getting on. Well, I watch the clock run out over the bleeding sun. Peach wine and guilt shot night won't keep me down for any home. This ain't my home, can't save, can't change. I'm good and gone. Home, this ain't my home, can't save, can't change. I'm good and gone. No running back, I'm on my own. I made my peace, this ain't my home. I've got a life worth living, it ain't for getting on. Well, I watch the clock run out over the bleeding sun. Peach wine and guilt shot night won't keep me down for anyone. Peach wine and guilt shot night won't keep me down for anyone. Peach wine and guilt shot night won't keep me down for anyone. All right, thank you. All right, this next song is called The Good Life, and it is about getting back to a better time in everybody's lives. Right. Once upon a time, well, I lived a life and it was full, at least in my perception. My skies were blue and bright. Well, how could I ever leave such pure perfection? Well, I don't know if I'm ever coming back. And I don't know if it was all just a dream when I was happy. So how it seemed. And now it's every night, foregone the day, and I'm the moon, still so far away from you. Well, how did it get like this? Well, how did I miss the signs? Well, someone tell me it's gonna be alright. Well, I don't know if I'm ever coming back. Ooh. And I don't know if it was all just a dream of when I was happy. So how it seemed. Oh, I've been living in these old memories. I wanna shed the skin so bad, and I've been thinking my bed only knows just how long I've been this sad. And you wouldn't know if you asked me, 'cause I've been keeping it under wraps. But all I wanna know is, how do I get a piece of the good life back? Make me an aeroplane, fly me out of the sky. Let me float in the light of this dream. Oh, make me a comet, let me burn out of sight. Let me fade as I fall to the sea. Oh, I've been living in these old memories. I wanna shed the skin so bad, and I've been thinking my bed only knows just how long I've been this sad. And you wouldn't know if you asked me, 'cause I've been keeping it under wraps. But all I wanna know is, how do I get a piece of the good life back? How do I get a piece of the good life back? Thank you. All right. Next to me, Andrea Chita. And then on guitar is Austin. And on keys is Atif. Thanks, guys. Thanks for saving me. Okay. All right. Last song, and then we'll have 3 tracks to play. But this last song is called Hello Love. And it is about all of my bad relationships. But I still keep going for more. So, hold on. Sorry, there was just one little adjustment.
Okay. All right.
Well, every time I felt the highs coming in numbers, well, I pinch myself to make sure I'm still alive. Well, you come in waves, my long lost lover, but mostly with a punch between the eyes. And love says, well, hello girl, I've been calling your number. Well, hello girl, I've been saying, where's my smile? Hello girl, think you can take on one more runner? He's gonna rip out your heart in a while and leave you to die. Every time I felt like I did it all wrong, yeah. I remember the fight, then you told me goodbye. You told me you loved me, you even wrote it in a song. But your doubt played the tricks and it killed me deep inside. And I said, well, hello love, have you been calling my number? Well, hello love, have you been calling my name? Well, hello love, it's your spell I'm still under. Always ready to take on the pain. Ooh, again and again. Well, hello, love, have you been calling my number? Well, hello, love, have you been calling my name? Well, hello, love, it's your spell I'm still under. Always ready to take on the pain. Ooh, again and again. Ooh, again and again. Ooh, again and again. Ooh, again and again. Thank you. All right, it's time for the track portion of the evening. Okay, I've gotten the okay from Barbie. The first song is called Oh, The Flame. And this song is about kind of being a ghost in a relationship. And we'll just play it. The colors of my mind, well, they slip and they slide into your lies. Did I serenade, or was I right to an animal kissing the land? Do you read this petty woe? You feel like fire to face
Last night I had a dream that all my books read aloud in sleep. The story of a man on the Mississippi. His heart gone alive and his mind falling in a dream. Well, I said goodnight, I said goodbye with tears in my sleep. Do you read this Betty Wall? Feel like a fire to break control. I'm the song, I'm the law. Will you call me again? Well, I whistle as I go, like a lost bird in a storm that blows. I'm the memory, I'm your ghost, I'm the flame. Do you read this Betty Wall? You feel like a fire to break control. I'm your song, I'm the law. Will you call me again? Well, I whistle as I blow, like a lost bird in a storm that blows. I'm the memory, I'm your ghost, I'm the flame. Yeah.
All right. Next up is a well-worn story. This song is based on a poem by Dorothy Parker, and it's about a relationship that went bad. Surprise, surprise. But it's about her, she had an affair when she was younger, and it's about that relationship. All right, let's hear it.
In April, my one love came along, and I ran the slope of my high hill to follow a thread of song. His eyes were hard as the sea born from coolness. His voice went slipping over me like terrible silver hair. In April, my love went fleeting by, and I drank up my curse on this high hill along the way of life. Now what should I do in this place? As I down the sheltering sky, splash cold water on my grace, and stain a page with my crimes. How wicked we played in April's raw grass. Well, won my heart like a red stain on the breast of a velvet gown. Well, how wicked we played as our last days wore on. I won my heart like a red stain, and my one love was gone. And glory to heaven, Lord knows I paid the score. A little to do, 'cause I've done it all once before. Oh, a little to learn, but there's one thing that I know. Spread your love too hard, in the end you'll feel the burn. Well, how wicked we played in April's raw ground. Well, I won my heart like a red stain on the breast of a velvet gown. Oh, how wicked we played as our last days wore on. Well, I won
guys. Okay, last track. This song is called Watch the Way You Talk, and I co-wrote it with Rose Clemens and Barbie, who's in the corner back there. Raise your hand, Barbie. And Barbie was supposed to sing this, but there was no time to record her. But I'm singing on this, and all right, let's hear it. It's about leaving when it's time to leave.
Kiss my cheek and tell me you love me. Oh, how I wish that meant something. Oh, but I know the truth. Your words are cheap, but I still burn for you. But you're
Kim, thank you so much. I know that you said that you're a little under the weather, but it didn't sound that way from our perspective. And also, as a vocalist myself, I understand, and you got to roll with the punches, and you did just that. So you should be very proud of yourself. That is the blessing and curse of having an instrument that is part of your body, which I have to remind myself all the time. So you did it with grace and just wonderful. So just
Thanks.
know that.
Thank you.
Getting into the sort of sync perspective of everything, there's so much soulfulness throughout all of your songs, which I feel like is something that I get asked for in all sorts of film and TV. And I think I wrote this down in one of the songs too, is that for whatever reason, soulfulness in music, it's something that runs throughout every single decade and era. So if you watch even a futuristic movie that they're doing, like Star Wars being the most futuristic that I can think of right now, soulful music is still within that film. So for me, I thought, wow, this is so great because I can pitch this to so many things rather than something that feels dark and moody or anything like that. Soulfulness is something that carries throughout all TV shows in sort of all topics. So I just want to start with that as a positive note. I think one of the things that, just from a creative standpoint, that I think could sort of elevate is my note before about making the vocal maybe stand out in the previous students' work. I think some of the vocals, because your voice is so strong, could kind of sit in the mix a little bit more and maybe be affected to give it that extra bit of mysteriousness and moodiness, almost so that people have to dig and figure out what's kind of going on with the lyric, and it just brings that extra element to it. Specifically, I loved that last song, and maybe just because it's the last song, it's still in my head. But I loved it. It had sort of a soulful 90s Portishead sort of vibe. I don't know if you can get those references, but like, it was a total spy movie. I could just see this woman getting ready for her mission and putting on like her heels and doing her hair, but also just being a total badass. So that was really fun to sort of be transported musically with those images in my head. I think that there's just a lot, because the way your lyrics are kind of broad and they talk about so many different things. I see a lot of TV opportunities, a lot of film opportunities. The second song, The Good Life, there was some, sort of family stories and familial love in there, and I think that we get a lot of that. There's so much romantic love that happens in songwriting that unfortunately, when you go to picture a love song when a mom and a daughter is sitting together, if it's a romantic love song, it doesn't quite work. But the broadness and the beauty of you sort of telling love from different angles, I think, can play really well for a sync perspective. Whether that be for This Is Us, which is now over, but things like that nature, or let's see, what else did I write? And then I thought for Hello Love, speaking of love, Hello Love, I thought, and this is your creative call, so take this with a grain of salt. Just the word hello we get sometimes a lot as just a lyric for pitching, and obviously you think hello, you think AT&T, T-Mobile, Apple iPhone, and I was thinking, wow, the holidays are coming, and what a beautiful song to pitch for Apple, and even if you bumped the tempo a little bit so it felt a little happier, even if the lyric is sad.
No, actually, that song goes a little bit faster, and we sing it louder. Well, not louder, but
cool.
faster, but
Yeah.
not today.
Yeah, no, that's okay. And that's also another cool opportunity is you can have different mixes, different tempos, different levels to pitch for different opportunities. So I just like had that moment where I was like, oh, this could totally be an iPhone commercial if we did this and this and this. Anyways, but it also could be for TV shows like Virgin River at the tempo that it was at and feeling like that too. So I don't want to take up too much time, so I'm going to hand it over, but those were just some initial thoughts, but great job.
Thank you.
Hello, Kimmy.
Hi.
So, full disclosure for whoever's listening or watching, Kim and I have history. I know.
Was not planned, guys.
No, not happening. Kim and I have known each other for about 10 years. I repped a band that she was in, and one of the songs that she wrote with that band is one of my all-time favorite songs from that band. So I haven't seen Kim in many, many years, so it's really nice to reconnect because I've heard your work previously. I've seen you perform many, 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 many times. So it was really great to, obviously I associate you so much with that band. It's really great to kind of see you in a different way, in a light as a solo performer, which I've never seen you do before. So it's really awesome to be here to witness that. I took a lot of notes, so I just kind of want to talk you through some of the songs. So in terms of the live performance, and I know you are under the weather, I really felt like you hit your stride on that third song, Hello Love. Like, just really in terms of like the connection with the audience and your vocal performance. So like I really enjoyed like, again, that connection. I really felt the emotion of that song. I felt that connection to you through that song. That was probably one of my favorite songs.
Oh, thank you.
And I really like kind of the diversity in the songs. I feel like the live performances were definitely kind of leaning heavy on like kind of the alt country, folk Americana. The recorded performances for me gave me more of that soulful vibe, which I've always loved from your voice. And I think in terms of licensing, there are just more opportunities for that soulful vibe. Like I'm just constantly, I'm just constantly getting, requests for songs with a soulful vibe, whether it's like, something that sounds vintage or something, modern, it's just definitely like soulful. So I love it when you lean into that part of your your voice. So I think in terms of overall, just of all the songs, those, I would say those are probably, more my favorites. Just whenever you really hit that soulful element. I feel like you're a storyteller, so I get that in the lyrics from your songs. And I feel like you make what I call music for adults. I feel like there's a lot of music, a lot of like top 40, a lot of pop, which skews so young. And we definitely get a lot of requests for very beautiful music. So it's so nice as like a counterpoint to get like music for adults, like music that adults would listen to, like in these, Hulu, Netflix, HBO dramas. Like I can see the songs kind of like, fitting in that groove. Let's see. Oh, on The Good Life, I felt you had a really great emotional build in verse 2, and a really great outro. And I love like instrumental intros and cool outros. Like that's just me. Like I'm always like looking for that in songs because, a lot of times people will ask for a song with like, oh, I need something that, has like a 10 to 15 second intro. So those are good to have even if you're making different edits of a song.
Okay.
And I know you brought Andrea out to, kind of flesh things out, but on Hello Love, I think I would, I'm not sure what the recording will be like, but I think I would love like fewer harmonies and more just solo Kim performance. Okay. Let's see, The Flame. The recordings were very different, and I know you're taking like production, so I'm not sure how much you did by yourself versus working with other people.
I did all of them.
You did all of them?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, great. So I feel like you could bring up the vocals in the mix, especially on The Flame.
Okay.
Add some peaks and valleys to it, just kind of like, make it a little different portions of the song to kind of keep the listener like interested. Let's see, A Well-Worn Story. I loved the jazzy intro and piano, the soulful vocals, great instrumentations. I wrote just keep the vocals up in the whole song. And then, Watch the Way You Talk. That was also one of the songs that stood out for me. Kaylee referenced Port Said. I was thinking Groove Armada, probably because like that's the time when I was on air at KCRW playing lots of Groove Armada.
I know who they are. I don't think I've ever heard. I know who they are, but
It's like
I've never listened.
classic chill. If anyone
But
has Sirius XM, it's a classic chill channel. And I think for that song, I would just maybe love more of a build of emotion as the song progresses. Like kind of start like like a little more delicate, and then really build with that vibe. And I think just in terms in general of the production, just a little more like tightening of the mix. To just really. Especially when we get music, like when someone pitches stuff to me that out of the blue that I've never met before, like those songs like need to sound like I could just turn on the radio the next day and hear them.
Got it.
Like that's what I'm looking for in terms of like submissions and stuff. So, yeah, but thanks for all of this wonderful music and all the stories that you had to tell and just the great variety. Yay,
Thank you.
Kimmy.
Thanks, guys.
All right, our next artist-songwriter writes cinematic, dark, and fantastical alternative rock songs depicting folklore and mythological themes with powerful vocals. Give it up for Reina Gampierre.
Hi,
Hi.
my name is Rena Gontier, and I have one question for you. Are you ready to set the world on fire?
The town red bay, leave this town in disarray. Everything I touch, don't I? Set the world on fire. Turn my hands, I just couldn't stand to watch you. Apart the parts of every tone. Nothing's meant to stay. Life's just a game. The soul's a renegade. you. Alright. So, for the next song, it's about escaping from yourself and from your past in various ways. Okay. Anyways, so this song is called Escape Artist. Jailbroke from a haunted home where the spiders weave their orb webs inside my head. Oh, where the shadows that never used to howl echo the shrills in the back of my mind. Oh, baby, just get in the car. Doesn't matter where you go as long as you don't look down. Just keep driving. One more sound, don't you ever look back. Everywhere there's a new ghost I don't wanna see anymore. The only way out, maybe if I escape now. Damn, look at that fast car and the driver's bad. I was running away sometimes after midnight. I guess I got what I want, at least for tonight. Taking away every other kind of pain. I think I love him, I'd rather die for him. Though the wrap of his Camaro broke my heart. He tries to through my veins like his heroin. Swallows me whole like his ecstasy. It's taking away every other kind of pain. Baby, just cause it's not the way you go as long as you don't let down. Just keep driving. Sorry, the fucking everywhere there's a new ghost I don't wanna see anymore. The only way out, maybe if I escape now. Don't you ever take me home. Brown eyes, cookies from broken bottles on the floor. Hot guys, hot girls, just leave your bed up. Lock up friends and force them out. Why won't they ever stay? Baby, just get in the car. Just keep driving, 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 driving. Something was weird in that audio. Was lagging or something. I don't know. Anyways. Next up is a song that I had released back in January. It's about overthinking, kind of just being paranoid in your thoughts. This is called All in Your Head. I'm staring into space. I'm still in an earthquake. I'm peeling off my face, perceiving rattlesnakes. My friends think I'm insane, 'cause the walls validate. I swear I'm not crazy, but I couldn't meet my fate. Am I still wanted? Am I still needed? Standing in front of you so you can't forget me. Am I still breathing? Am I still feeling? 'Cause nothing is real, it's all in your head. It's all in your head, yeah. It's all in your head. 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 I can manipulate, 'cause they won't ever stay. If the world I created isn't their piece of cake, I could just run away. I could evaporate like I was never even there. Would they even care? Am I still wanted? Am I still needed? Standing in front of you so you can't forget me. Am I still breathing? Am I still feeling? 'Cause nothing is real, it's all in your head. It's all in your head. It's all in your all in your head, all in your head, all in your
All right, I would like to invite my band back on stage. I love Polina and Austin. Is about being tired of men's bullshit, basically. This is called My Lilith. Oh yeah, starshine in the middle of the night. Feel free to admit to the dark side. Been a long time, come from the night side. Oh yeah, I play the keys to my own lair. Don't need nothing else, so I won't share. Say what you want, call me evil if you get my voice. Baby, what's a nightmare? I just really wanna wear my black dress. I don't know when the dumb needs to come back up. no spot up for big get covered and for some more open. Shut up! Let's get one thing clear. I ain't no Eve, I don't go down. I got teeth like serpentine. Your paper's open and I go free. Oh yeah, stars shine in the middle of the night. Feel free to torment my dark side. It's been a long time, come from the hindsight. Oh yeah, I made the keys to my own lair. Don't know them now, so I'm scared. Say what you want, call it evil if you dare. Smile, Lilith, it's a real nightmare. The scales on my face are naturally made, but you could've guessed it anyway. Running is spiteful, so fucking vengeful. Didn't you ask for it though? I didn't hear you say no. Oh yeah, stars shine in the middle of the night. Feel free to torment in my dark side. It's been a long time, come from the hindsight. Oh yeah, I made the keys to my own lair. Don't know them now, so I'm scared. Say what you want, call me evil if you dare. Try to listen, a very worst nightmare. Thank you so much. All right, and I would like to invite Kayla, the beautiful Kayla, up on stage, playing keys for my next song called Untouchable. Long hair brushed across his shoulders, eyes closed though I know you feel mine on you. Didn't know what I never knew. Shadows gone, no armor on, it's so beautiful. You touched my hand and you lit the match, though I don't think you meant to do that. Now I'm burning like a fly to your fire. Would you just kill me or set me free? You're untouchable, untouchable, untouchable. song for you that I'm going to sing for you is another track. It's called You Made the Siren Cry. Deep in my waters, I heard him scream. A beautiful boy rattled my kingdom keys. Curiosity got the best of me. He looked at me with a sad green eyes. I could sing him a lullaby, console the war behind his smile. I'm known to be deadly, I know, but it needs me. A thousand tears came from my eyes. I don't wanna fall in love, but I do. You made the siren cry. You made the siren cry. Now I'm in your arms and it's like paradise that I've never known. Oh, you made the siren cry. Full moon's out tonight. He lights his cigarette, drenches my lungs with toxicity, but I don't mind. My love for him runs deep like the obsessed with the trenches he leaves in my heart, but I don't mind. You made the siren cry. You made the siren cry. Now I'm in your arms and it's like paradise that I've never known. Oh, you made the siren cry, but my baby's not in love with me. Sucks for him. I feel my evilness coming back to me. It's what you get when you fall in love with fantasy. I pulled him underwater with me, watched him suffocate as he tried to breathe. He made the siren cry. Thank you so much.
Raina, thank you so much for your performance tonight. It
Thank
was
you.
really interesting because I guess they weren't straight recordings because you were singing over the track.
Yeah.
And I would love to hear what the recording actually
Okay.
sounds like with your vocals, just for next time. But it was interesting because you're in terms of comparing your performances with the band versus singing to the track, and I felt like I really got more of a connection from you when you were, for me, singing to the track, because I think there was not the distraction of the live instruments. I really just felt more of that connection with you, and I really feel like your kind of personality and your artistry came out a lot in those songs. And I like that there is such a diversity. You've got like kind of those like hard-hitting like rock tracks, and then ending with this like lovely like heartfelt ballad. So thank you so much for like really showing us all the different parts of your artistry and your songwriting. Let's see. Let me just go through my notes. I like to write notes when like certain
Of
lyrics
course.
stand out for me. So you'll see my notes on the lyric sheets because sometimes I get a chance to work with the artists on my roster to write original songs for shows, and I like to, my comments when in terms of the lyrics are always going to be geared toward like licensing versus just like a song that represents you as an artist that you might like play live or release. So I just wanted to mention that. Let's see. So Set the World. Okay. So one thing I really love about your songs is that the titles are very explicitly related to what the song is about. Because that helps so much with licensing, because sometimes I'll have to do a search for a song title like with a word like songs about the devil or songs about fire, and it just helps so much when that song title is exactly what the song is about, because then it's so easy to pull. And with like Set the World on Fire, just like that chorus I felt was so strong, like world on fire, like that could, there's so many things that could work for it, especially like promos, things about a promo for like Station 19 or Chicago, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
That's a great lyric, and I feel like a strong chorus, and you could just really like kind of build on that. Some of your songs had explicit lyrics, so just need to mention for licensing, we're always going to need clean edits of those tracks. And also, just for other people that might be listening, it doesn't work to just punch out like or it needs to be really clean. Like just put in a different word there so that there's no distraction for the listener when they hear it. Let's see. I like the cool instrumentation of Escape Artist. I felt like with the live band performances, I just wanted to hear your voice a little bit better, hear the lyrics a little bit better. And I really liked the bridge on Escape Artist. I wrote that note, and a really cool outro. For All in Your Head, again, a great title. We know exactly what the song is about. And for me, the chorus was my favorite part of that song. And I'd love to hear like an acoustic version of that song without like even speeding up verses 3 and 4. Just like a really nice like acoustic take of that. I would love to hear that. I loved the attitude and the energy of My Lilith. It was a very compelling performance. I can always use songs that are like rebellious, songs about like female empowerment and just like that edgy rebelliousness. Untouchable. Felt like maybe the song could be shortened a little bit, just to kind of really like tighten it up. You Made the Siren Cry. Oh, it kind of reminded me like a theme song for a James Bond film.
Yeah.
Like, it just had that really kind of cool, haunting quality. I could like totally like picture it like under main titles. Again, I'd love to hear like what the recording of that song sounds like with your voice. And then I also was thinking like American Horror Story vibe, because it has a combination of haunting and like whimsical.
Right.
Made the Siren Cry. It is very specific, so sometimes it can be a challenge with lyrics that are so specific.
Right.
Sometimes it's nice to have songs with more universal lyrics that could work in for different shows. But again, you'll never like I'll get a song like, oh, I need a song about sirens, or I need a song, and then perfect. Okay, I got that. So it's like. It's kind of like give and take. Like sometimes we want the specific lyrics, sometimes we want things that are more universal. So just in general, to wrap it up, I feel like the tracks that are most viable for licensing are Set the World on Fire, My Lilith, I Love Your Style, and just in general, like just for anyone who's trying to write songs to be placed in films and TV shows, it's like I definitely recommend watch TV shows, watch movies. listen to what those those shows and films are using, and then just try to emulate that, because even though that might not match like your artist sound, it's okay to also have a different sound when you're writing songs for licensing. But thanks for an awesome performance.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hi. Yes, I just wanted to say it was awesome.
Thank you so
did
much.
Such a great performance, and you should be
Thank
really
you so
proud. And just to add on to what has already been mentioned, it's interesting. You mentioned a lot of bands that I've had the pleasure to work with. A lot of females in sort of the rock and heavy rock, hard rock space. Spirit Box being one of them. And the great part about working with these strong female musicians in that space is they're so creative and they're so hardworking and they make such great music. The challenging part is that sometimes their music has to figure out where it needs to go in TV. I think because there's so much depth and diversity to it. But that being said, when they find their sort of space in sync, it can be really beautiful. One of the songs for me that I think could be that is You Make the Siren Cry. I loved it. The strings at the top were really gorgeous. I'd love to see what the actual recording of your voice sounds on it, but it really felt like you hit your vocal stride at that point. It sounded similar to a band I work with. I don't know if you know Mothica. She's fantastic and just reminded me of that opening. It felt like an opening title for a film or TV show, something from a fantasy element. I loved the Kingdom lyrics. You know, there's always these like sort of lyrics that you're trying to catch on to. You know, a woman building her kingdom, building something. She has a lot to sort of say, and I think this sort of alludes to that in a really great way. I found that one for me to be the most syncable based on the types of TV shows and films I'm working on. Also, I agree the fire, the fire lyric and the fire title goes a long way. We have so many TV shows that want fire this, and fire I think is, it can also go for different things when it comes to promo. I know you probably aren't thinking of sports when you're like making your music. Maybe you are. Female, the Women's Soccer League is looking for tons of really great, strong female songs to voice their promos and a lot of the beautiful stories that they do across TV to highlight the work that they're doing. So I found that song could be really great there. The Olympics. The Olympic torch has a fire. So like things like that we're thinking about, I really loved. And just to also add to the point, I'd love to hear what it sounds like with your recorded vocal. Because as I'm reading your lyrics, there's so many like sort of like moments that I want to pull out. And if the lyric or if the vocal is mixed in the right way or doubled or a lyric is maybe pulled out of it a bit more, that can really change the places it can be pushed for. So overall, great work.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody, let's hear it for Catalog Showcase 2. Congratulations, you guys. Fabulous job, Ivy, Kim, and Raina. And thanks to all the musicians and other students that came and played with them and supporting them. Let's hear it for our fabulous panelists, Andrea and Kaylee. Thank you so much for being here and for the great feedback and everything. Really appreciate it. And to our masters of sound over there, Brian and his assistant, Barbie, Garrett doing the live stream. And thanks to LACM for making this all possible.